Okay, are we doing this?
We're doing this.
Wow, oh my God.
I know.
This is so exciting.
So exciting. I'm so excited.
Okay, Maddie.
I'm going to wee my pants. Wait, where's my water? It's fine. I'll get it after.
We can pause.
No.
You good?
Yep.
Okay. Maddie.
Nicholas.
Welcome to What the Fuck is Happening, the podcast.
Thank you. You too? I don't know why I'm saying weird things.
Well, me too. That's yes.
Yes.
Anyway.
Welcome back, I guess.
Welcome back.
Season 2 are we doing, or are we just
This is just part 2, I guess.
Part 2. Love that.
This is just a continuation.
Book 2. Don't
Book
give
2.
me, it's like the 100.
Like, I was going to say, like, the fucking, like, Avatar on the last day, but anyway. We're already off track.
We are.
Yeah, how exciting.
Too long.
The elephant in the room this week.
Yes. New space.
Well,
the space.
So many elephants in the room because we've been gone for so long. One, we're back.
Yeah, that's the biggest elephant.
I don't think we've had a regular pod in 3 or 4 weeks.
It's been 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah.
But the bigger one is, bitch. Maddie, the icon, went and started a business.
Yeah, sure did.
And look how beautiful this podcasting space is.
It came together. Everyone who's just listening to us, you have to go to the YouTube channel to really take it in.
I forgot that podcasts are an audio medium. That's how long it's been.
Iconic. So. Well, I mean, maybe they can hear the audio is just like a little bit crisper.
Maybe
they're like,
more consistent, crisper. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, bench seating.
Right?
Rust-colored cushions.
Velvet.
I mean, everything. There's even aircon. I mean...
Perfect. I know. I didn't think we were going to have to use it because obviously it's winter. And then 2 minutes in, I was like, wait, why is it so hot in here?
I was fine.
Wow. That is quite a...
twist and turn because I'm usually the one who's...
complaining.
Okay. You came in and said, I'm going to read Nick to filth, even though I haven't seen him in 3 weeks.
Well, that's why I have to. I've got so much to catch up on.
Really quite rude. Anyway, yeah, we're finally back.
Finally back.
I guess we should walk through that. But also, it's only really been 1 week if you've been listening to our...
That's true. The other...
DRDU.
Yeah, and you should have because that was iconic.
It was fun.
It was fun.
The finale left me happy. I was happy.
It was good.
And that's that. We don't even need to talk about it because we talked about it so much in the
pod
bonus
episodes.
But whatever. Oh my God, it feels so good to be saying we're back to what the fuck is happening.
I know, it's so true.
And I feel like
I missed it.
Me too. And also we're like in an actual space now.
Right.
So like guests? Question mark?
Yes? Question mark?
I'm excited to see what happens there.
Right.
Literally, I feel like since the first episode I've been saying look forward to guests coming soon.
It's really true, but also like we've actually got wheels in motion now. Yeah. Like there are things happening behind the scenes.
I didn't even see this pillow.
Yeah, if you pull it back, it's Look
how pretty this pillow is. They're all my vibes right now.
It's
the colours are very in.
Thank you. Yeah. They really bring the room together.
Anyway, yeah, it's been a fucking hecky month, let's say.
Bro, it has, hasn't it?
Hecky month. I mean, what have you been up to? Just to quickly recap, I mean, this
is literally it. I've been here every day for a month.
Literally.
Like, basically just getting... Because there's the podcast studio, but then there's filming studio as well. And then there's photography sets outside. So it's like a whole thing. And it's taken a lot of effort to get it here. So.
And it shows. It looks fucking... iconic.
Thanks, baby.
I came in and I was gagging. Like there's QR codes and everything. Like it's so techy, fancy.
Pretty fancy.
There's a fucking lightbox sign.
Right.
I mean, what else could you want?
Nothing. Could not want anything.
Could not want anything else. No. Looks great.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see other people recording in here.
Right. Oh my goodness. I'm actually so excited for other people to come. I just want everyone to like enjoy it and create stuff.
I know, right?
It's like, yeah,
I like not to like encourage competition, but like more podcasts.
Yeah, it's true.
We need more podcasts.
I agree. I'm actually really surprised. I had quite a few people contact me asking like when we're going to be open and stuff, and most of them were for podcasts.
Really?
Yeah, I know, which is very surprising because I contacted a couple of marketing agencies to help me get the website organized, and all of them were like, podcasts are the smallest market. Like, you need to do the least amount of work there. I was like, oh, okay.
Can I guess if these were like 35 plus aged people?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All of them were, yeah.
Get with the time.
Right?
Yeah. Anyway, what else? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous to say, what else have you been doing when you've done so much? But like,
okay, well, there's only one real thing that I want to mention.
That you've done?
That I've done.
Okay.
But
I was going to
like,
say, if it's pop culture, we got to get into that later.
Well, it's kind of both, so
Okay.
we'll get into it later. So
Are you
firstly,
sure?
yes, you discuss. You have to come back and ask me though, because I'll probably forget.
I'll put it in my notes. Yeah, look, not going to lie. Maddie was very good, even though she was doing so much. Most of the reason we weren't doing main podcasts is because of me.
Okay, well, when he says that, he was really sick for a very long time. So
it's been a journey.
like,
It's like the universe, Miss Thing. She's like, fuck you in particular.
she really was.
And when you know how they say when it rains it pours.
Yeah,
It wasn't a lie. Turns out some sayings are true. Literally, and not in a fun, sexy way. I was not flooded in a fun, sexy way, unfortunately. But
that is
oh
unfortunate.
no, that sounds really gross, don't it?
Just a little. Like, I mean, maybe.
I mean, it sounds so much worse coming from me. Anyway,
I think it's way better coming from you than like a straight man.
that's true. That is true. You got me there. But everything sounds worse coming from a straight man.
Oof, you got me there. All right, yeah. So detail everyone with with your woes.
Originally, I was going back home to family. I live in Brisbane too.
Yeah,
and I haven't been here for like almost a full month.
I know, it's very sad.
But no, I went back home for some appointments and stuff I had. So I got all them out of the way. Everything was fine. And then I had my second dose of Pfizer vaccine, COVID vaccine, which I'm so thankful for. And I'm so happy to have had it.
Lucky bitch, God.
And I'm so lucky because this government's fucking fuckers.
You know, apparently we're only days away from running out of the Pfizer vaccine.
We've already, Queensland, I think, there's been reports people have been going to their pre-booked appointments.
Oh no!
At the Royal Women's Brisbane, pre-booked for Pfizer, and they got to the door and they say we only have AstraZeneca.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
So that's
he really fucked up this rollout, didn't he?
He fucking fucker. We're talking about our Prime Minister, if that wasn't clear.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got my second dose of Pfizer. My first dose of Pfizer, I was like pretty chill. My body was a little worn for like 24 hours and I had a bit of a headache, but that was it.
Yeah.
This time, what they say is true. Imagine that. Factual scientific reports being accurate. But
can't relate.
Oof. The second dose of Pfizer really took me out. I think it hit me harder than probably most people because I'm, not the epitome of health. I'm not the epitome of
I mean,
I'm Michelle
really...
Bridges from...
I mean, who is really?
Michelle Bridges is.
I mean, true. But I don't know. You're pretty young, though. Like, I feel like...
Well, actually, yeah.
Pretty young, I say, as if you're not literally 23.
Younger than you, bitch. Speaking of all the tests and stuff, I'm fine. I am actually genuinely mostly fine, health-wise.
Love that.
But no, the Pfizer thing took me out for almost an entire week.
Yeah,
of hardcore body drain, headaches nonstop, nausea. It was a lot. But before that, I had an actual regular cold. Yeah. So I think getting the dose with the cold kind of just went haywire.
Yeah.
But anyway, I recovered a week later and I was all good. And then, so I had 24 hours of bliss where I was happy and healthy.
Not me.
But that lasted literally 24 hours. And then halfway through the day, I was at work. Yeah. Halfway through the day, my ear, my ears kind of went blocky. I was like, that's annoying. Anyway, let's pretend that didn't happen. And then once work finished, I was like, wait a second. Everything is really, really echoey. Oof. I can't hear from my right ear. Oof. And everything's it's halfway between, when you're there's a whistle of wind through a thin, it's a bit like that. Yeah. And it's a bit just hardcore echoes that suck.
That's crazy.
So I was like, oh, this isn't good.
No.
You know, I should be able to hear from my ear. So I went to the chemist and they were like, yeah, look, it's probably just earwax buildup.
Rude.
And I was like, now, Miss Ma'am, I take pride in my ear health, in my earwax health. I keep that
as one
shit.
should.
You know, I keep it squeaky. That shit's fucking tight. I keep that on lock. It's clean. Okay?
Iconic. Yes.
Clean.
With it.
So I was like, I don't think it is, and I'm offended that you would say that, but I'll believe you. And she gave me these drops, and she was like, 2 nights if it doesn't get rid of the blockage.
Wait, do you clean your own ears?
Yeah.
I'm too scared to clean my own ears. Sorry, just to derail it here, because I'm like really scared I'll just like go in too far. I don't know why. I get my mum to do it. Sorry, everyone.
No, I can tell you a whole story about that. No, I'm really good with my ear health. Cleanliness, ear cleanliness, hygiene, ear hygiene.
Love that.
Got there. Anyway, 2 nights, didn't work, didn't change at all, just got worse. So then I had to go to the doctors, and the doctor was like, yeah, okay, well, let's check it out. And he put the little thingy in, and he stuck his eye there, and he said, ooh, that's a lot of mucus behind your eardrum. That's a lot of mucus behind your eardrum. And I said, I never want to hear that.
Well, that doesn't
Partly
sound
because it sucks, but mostly because mucus is
that's quite a word.
Mucus is up there with moist.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It always it makes me think of like real like sticky and wet. It's like, yeah.
Don't want to say... but I'm gonna, you know.
But I'll imply it.
No, yeah. Turns out pretty gnarly ear infection. I've been on antibiotics for a week, 3 a day, which seems
that's a
like
lot. It feels like a lot. I mean, I guess it depends on how strong the actual antibiotics are, but also like that's a lot.
Yeah. But it's still here. It's gotten definitely better, so it's definitely an infection. But I think I have to go back and get more / whatever they can do.
That's crazy.
I know. I'd be down with them to like Van Gogh me and just chop it.
Just get rid of it.
Chop the dinosaur, daddy. You know?
Yeah, I do. That was really sexy.
You know what? That's one of the only Australian cultural references that's valid. You know? Don't chop the dinosaur, daddy. Chop it. See?
Everyone knows it.
That and the just want milk that tastes like real milk.
Yeah, it's
right?
so true.
Anyway, sorry for that tangent.
I mean, if you're Australian, you'll understand, so it's fine.
Completely. And yeah, so still echoing, but not as bad. I can actually hear.
That's good.
So that's fun. And apart from that, I feel pretty good.
Nice. That's exciting.
But anyway, back in high school, trauma edition.
Oh, right, this is the ear thing. Yeah. Trauma edition.
Literally, I would clean my ears like once a week.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot.
Well, now I clean them every couple of days.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah, I produce a lot of earwax. I'm a waxy boy.
What a sentence.
Title of ep, waxy boy.
Yes. Or I produce a lot of earwax.
I produce a lot of earwax. Yeah, unfortunately, that is just one of the many ways in which I am kin with Shrek. Oh my God, I'm never going to get a date when I'm talking like this. Anyway.
You'll be on your first date and you'll be like, I have this podcast. Yeah. And he'll be like, oh my God, okay. Goes and listens to it and never texts you again.
Never texts me again. And I'm okay with that. Men suck.
Fair. And also, if you can't handle it, us at our this. At our this.
At our this?
At our this.
You can't handle us at our.
That.
Yeah. This and that. Wow, that was beautiful.
Exactly. Also, the fact that I just made it as if it's a package deal for your hypothetical partner.
It is.
Obviously.
They have to get along with you. Also, side note, your boobs look great today.
Thank you.
I mean, they always look great, but today they look...
poppin'.
Mwah. You know?
Thank you. Maybe it's the, this thing.
The overall?
Yeah.
Maybe. I also just love that colour blue.
Thank you. Same.
Anyway, back to my gross story about earwax.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
In high school, I was like... literally the entire story is this one kid, Kyle, was like, you know, you have earwax in your ear. And instead of responding like, okay, I was like, yeah, that's normal. And I got really defensive because that's what I do. And then I went home and I like basically just clawed out my ears entirely because I was so scared. I was like, never again will anyone mention my earwax.
Holy shit, Nick.
So now I clean them like every 2 days.
Wow.
Yep.
That was a crazy story. I definitely didn't think that's where that was going. I thought this was going to be a story about your mum cleaning your ears and then hurting you, and you were like, she could never be allowed near me again.
That would be a normal story. I feel like, yeah, look, yeah, that's it. I constantly need validation from people, and if they're making fun of my earwax,
that ain't it.
That ain't it. You know?
I do know. Wow. Well, cute. That's pretty traumatic.
That was a journey. Yeah.
Now the introductions are done.
Yeah, sorry about that. 15 minutes.
No, what were you going to say?
If you need to take a break, to go get water bottle or anything,
I'm fine.
Say so.
I'll just drink my body weight after we're done.
Very fair. What's that, like 10 kilos?
Exactly.
Skinny queen. Squinny legend.
I thought you were going to say squeen then.
Squeen?
Squeen.
That's almost as bad as mucus.
You're right, actually. Yeah.
Squeen queen. Okay, I guess we should probably like get into
pop culture
because we've got so fucking much.
Yeah, so many weeks.
But like first, I want to do like a question. Like
okay.
I think when we have guests very soon, it should be we should be like, you know, our main question, which is about pick a movie, show, and stuff that defined you. In the middle. This is just me spitballing live on the pod. Right in the middle, to break it up a little, we should have a watching.
Okay. Interesting.
Just to talk about what you've been watching over the past like month.
Love that.
But now that I'm saying what you're watching out loud, it's a little much.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of vibing with it as an idea. Like I kind of dig. Like no, I like the words. I mean,
oh, what you're watching?
Yeah. Okay. Like it's weird.
Maybe it just sounds bad in Australian, like every fucking thing else.
Maybe we actually need to cut our mouth off.
Wow, that's not dark.
Says you, Mr. Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Anyway, I mean, we could just talk in like American accents, but they're pretty shit too.
They kind of are. I don't know if I could do
we could try British, couldn't we?
I can do a pretty good British accent, actually.
Is that you doing it?
I think I got like an actually in there, and then I was like, wait a second, I'm not doing it.
Actually?
Just like a spot of tea, governor.
A spot of tea. Oh, you're Australian. That's so unfortunate for you.
Okay, no, that British accent's way worse than our Australian accent.
That's true.
Like that Cockney one.
Yeah.
It's a no from me.
That's the tea.
Yeah.
Honestly, like what is it? The Geordie Shores?
Do you know who has a great American accent?
Me.
No. Fuck, what's his name? I can only think of his fake name, which is Bellamy. What's his real name? Bob Morley.
Bob Morley?
Yeah. He has a great American accent. Just throwing that out there.
And Nicholas Hoult as well.
Oh, that's true. He's English, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wild. Wild.
I rewatched Those Who Wish Me Dead last night.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yes, you have. We went to the movies together to see it. Angelina Jolie.
Oh, is that I was going to say, is that the... Yeah, no, I liked that movie. That was really good.
It slapped.
That did slap. Wow. That was so good.
Anyway, Those Who Wish Me Dead, go, if you're in America... Oh, wait, maybe it's not on HBO Max anymore. Anyway, wherever you are.
Listen.
It's a good movie.
Watch. Yeah.
Listen, watch. Good movie.
It's a good movie. My parents went and saw it, actually, and they enjoyed it too. Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Nice. So that's the really long-winded 5-minute way of saying what you're watching.
Oh.
What have you been... And don't say Buffy yet, because we'll get into that later.
That was my thing that I was going to say. Is the 1 month.
I mean, have you even been watching anything?
I kind of started to watch iCarly.
Stan?
Yep.
Stan?
That's, in fact, what I'm watching it on, in fact.
Ah!
Wait, how many times did I just have to say in fact?
Wow, that was iconic.
Yeah, and Mackenzie and I are watching Clarkson's Farm.
Clarkson?
It's Jeremy Clarkson,
from
yeah.
Top Gun?
Top
Gear?
Yeah.
Top Gear.
It's like this weird documentary for over a year of him buying and running a farm.
Love that for him. Sounds wholesome.
It kind of actually has been quite wholesome, and I really hate how much I like it because I really hate Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But also he's kind of funny. I hate saying this. He's kind of funny, and I've enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
But he's a shit human being.
Yeah.
So that Yeah, that about sums it up there.
This is fair. No, I agree. I feel that way about many a straight men.
Yeah.
Interesting. That reminds me of, like, I was thinking about what, like, the straightest, whitest, manest thing I do is.
Yeah.
And I think that's two. Is one, I used to really enjoy the Top Gun travel episodes where they, like, had a challenge to crack. Fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those where they specials where they travel.
I really love those too, actually.
They slap, and that's very straight of us.
They do slap.
And the other thing is I still use 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner.
Are you shitting me right now? You clean your ears every 2 days, but you use 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner.
Hey!
Oh my God, you're going to ruin... Oh.
It's still hygienic. It doesn't mean it's good for my hair, but it's hygienic.
I mean, it's better than a bar of soap, I guess.
Can you imagine? I've tried that and it's just sticks.
What?
Have you not tried to wash your hair with a bar of
No,
soap?
what? Oh. No. I love my hair, actually.
Wow.
Why would I ever do that?
Oh my God, I feel really kink-shamed.
As you should.
No, don't clean your hair with a bar of soap. Well, I won't have a bar of it.
Good one.
Is that an Australian saying?
I don't know.
Me neither. Anyway,
maybe.
I have so many things that I've watched.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, but I know that you've watched none of them, so it's like...
No.
I can give a quick review and I'll tell you, like, what it's about.
Okay.
Try to convince you to watch some stuff.
Okay. I'll give it a rating out of 10 based on the synopsis that you give me.
Okay. Oh, you know what I did? Big Brother, in the time that we've not recorded, Big Brother Australia finished.
Oh, yeah. Was it good?
It was.
You started a lot of fights online about it, didn't you?
I did, didn't I? I accidentally... I think I just need to stop. I need to not live tweet from now on.
Yeah.
Because I accidentally started to what I thought were non-controversial things about Big Brother Australia of all things, which has no importance to anyone.
Iconic.
Like, a lot of people were like, "You're wrong, and you're also a cunt."
Wow.
And I'm like, well, all of these people who liked my tweet disagree with you.
Would you tell me what the controversial opinions are? Even though I haven't seen Big Brother, I don't even know who the people on there are. Maybe our listeners will know.
Our listeners. I thought you said Alice. I was like, what? I don't even know. I thought they were funny. I was like, there's nothing, I didn't say anything negative in this tweet. Like, how offended can you be by this many words? You know?
Apparently very offended.
Oh, apparently.
Yeah, so what did you say?
I don't even remember, to be honest.
Oh.
That's how non-controversial they were.
Wow.
But I had fun blocking people. I'm not gonna lie.
Love that. Blocking is how you have a good internet experience.
And that's the tea. One of them was, I was shitting on one of the contestants because he's one of the worst people I've ever had the privilege of witnessing.
Oof.
He's so annoying.
Oof.
And I just said, he was going on about how an honest man he is. And all I said was, how does he think he's played an honest game? How? And then I added the gif of Nene Leakes saying this girl is delusional. And I think they took offense because he's like a very straight, white, alpha male man.
Right.
And it's like, you know, when a gay or girl calls a straight guy a girl or a sis. And like, first of all, I am not your sister.
Right. Yeah, okay. So, right.
I think it was very that. Yeah. The other thing.
As if people are still like so restricted to just...
Right?
The gender binary.
And that's the tea. Another one was, this was universally acclaimed, this tweet. And that was just that this season, I think Big Brother Australia this season was like, we're going to take advantage of the pandemic like many other reality shows have and make a longer season since people are at home doing nothing anyway.
Yeah.
Which is what Drag Race did.
Yeah.
3 extra episodes and people hated that.
Oof.
But no, literally all I tweeted was that I think there's been more fake evictions than real ones this season.
Iconic.
Because they kept saving people to make it last longer. And that was that. But the really controversial one, I don't even know. How long ago? Oh. It was about the same guy.
Iconic. It just stands to reason that
it's
the
not
gross
hate,
straight guy has the most people willing to defend him. That's
the tea. No, he kept getting like producer interference saves and stuff in the show. And it was very annoying. And it was so transparent. And like, there were quite a few of the contestants who had that kind of thing happening this season because they were fun to watch or interesting to watch. But literally all I tweeted was Danny acting surprised when the producers give him an advantage every fucking episode with the Monet exchange, shut up me.
Iconic.
And then people got mad. This one account whose Twitter handle is like dog is love.
Oof.
It's like I don't think love's got anything to do with you.
That might be crossing a bit of a line
hateful
there.
Little man. Anyway, I had to defend myself to quite a few people on that one, but
wow,
it's okay. It was only like 5 people compared to like the 300 people that actually liked it.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
It was wild.
That's wild. That is a wild ride.
But anyway, the person who I would have been happy with 2 of the 3 winners, 2 of the 3 people that could have won in the season. So
you were happy with the winner? I
was happy with the winner.
That's good.
That is good. Big Brother Australia. Get on it, people. It's fun. It's fun.
I do remember because they rebooted it again a few years ago, didn't they? It was like from kind of the 2000s, and then it stopped for a little while, and then they did a reboot beginning of the 2010s. Yep. And I watched that, and it was really good. I very much enjoyed watching it then. I haven't watched it this time around because I just haven't really had time. But
right, interesting. Yeah. Well, because in Australia, there's 3 main network channels.
Yeah.
There's Channel 10, 9, and 7. Mm-hmm. And Big Brother has been on every single channel.
Iconic.
Because they keep attempting to make it work, it flopping, and then they give up the rights to it, wait 10 years, and then come back to it again.
Iconic.
Or 5 years. So I think it started on 10 and then went to 9 and now it's on 7. And 7 finally hit the right formula. It slaps. It's basically Survivor but with a roof.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love Survivor. So that
Survivor
sounds
fucking slaps
definitely. Too. I feel like half of the reason I really liked it last time was because I don't know who he was, but there was one contestant who
glasses?
Maybe. I don't know, and he was fucking hilarious, and I loved him so much. I remember, like, Mum, we quoted all the time that there was this one point where he said something about some contestant where he was like, oh my god, they're trying to Jungle Book Snake Eyes me. And literally, we say that all the fucking time. Like, for 10 years, we've been like, oh my god, he's Jungle Book Snake Eyeing me.
Iconic.
I know.
That is definitely a guy I'm thinking of. I cannot remember his name.
Yeah.
But let's get him on the pod.
I would be down for that. Bro, you changed my life.
I love that. So what else did I watch? Oh god, I watched Mayor of Easttown.
Oh yeah, is that the one with that lady? Who's
Kate Winslet.
Famous, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a yes.
It is so good.
Yeah.
It's like Broadchurch good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
This is like the first American murder mystery that I'm like, wow.
Was it a murder mystery?
Yeah, maybe Americans do have rights. You know?
Maybe they do know what they're doing sometimes.
Know what they're doing sometimes. Not often, sometimes.
But
it
only when Kate Winslet
slaps. It slaps. And the cast was great.
Okay. And, it's a period piece, isn't it? No?
No. Set here and now.
Keen.
Not here. But now.
I mean, on Earth.
On Earth. No, it's so good. And like, yeah, the cast slaps.
Keen.
And that was HBO. And then another HBO one was Hacks.
Mm.
The TV show Hacks on HBO Max.
Mm.
Which, coincidentally, they both star Jean Smart in them, who's an icon and a legend, and she has the moment. Come on now. Hacks, the TV show.
Okay. Is this a HAX or is it HACKS?
HACKS.
Wow.
Like a
Is it about, like, computers hacking?
No.
Okay.
It's about... it's kind of like an odd couple kind of comedy.
Right.
It's basically this... how old is Jean Smart?
I have no idea. Honestly, I'm not even sure
Jean
who you're
Smart.
talking about.
I was going to tell me. How old is Jean Smart? She's 69. Okay.
What does a picture look like?
How old is Jean Smart? Fuck. It took me to a dictionary. How old is Jean Smart? I said the same thing again. Jean Smart is this lady.
She kind of looks familiar. What's she been in?
Lying.
What's she been in?
Stuff and things, plenty of things. She was in Watchmen just the other year.
No, I don't know anything.
But this TV show, it's basically about, she's a comedian.
Right.
Who's been doing comedy for like 50 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a Vegas residency. It's set in Las Vegas.
Iconic.
And there's this up and coming in her 20s, like millennial Gen Z comedy writer.
Right.
She gets cancelled on Twitter for taking a jab at, like, they don't say Trump, but Trump.
Iconic.
Which is iconic. And she gets fired and, like, blacklisted in Hollywood. And
dang.
Her manager's like, well, I can only think of one job for you, and that is to go and write jokes for comedian Jean Smart. Jean Smart's character.
Oh.
And Jean Smart doesn't know this, and it's a whole thing. And anyway, they end up working together, and it is so good.
Interesting.
It has everything.
Interesting.
It has drama, intrigue.
Love that.
Chaos. Hijinks.
Chaos is the best genre.
It is the best genre. It's just really fucking good. It's like 10 episodes of half an hour. I mean, what more could you want? It's queer.
Love that.
Like, everything about it slaps. It's so good. And I know people are hyping it up a lot, but that's because it deserves it.
Okay. I believe you.
I feel like I've been watching too much. Okay. I've also watched... Okay, I watched Fear Street last night.
Right.
Fear Street 1994, the first part in the movie trilogy that comes out week by week over the next 3 weeks on Netflix.
Okay.
You heard of this?
No.
Thought so. They're basically just in the vein of, like, Scream and stuff.
Yeah.
Slasher movies.
Okay.
Very
Love that.
early 2000s, late 90s vibes.
Love that.
It slapped. It was like, yeah, Scream, and I Know What You
Keen.
Did Last Summer and everything. It was camp. It was supernatural. Like, it was fun. It was also very gay. Based on R.L. Stine books,
Oh, yeah.
but they're made for adults, the movies,
Love that.
which is really
That's
cool.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually have seen something.
Mm-hmm.
You just reminded me when you said movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mum, Dad, and I went and saw In the Heights.
I hate you.
Yeah, I know. Well, they were going to go see it, and they're like, Madison, would you like to come? And I was like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate you.
have you seen it yet?
No, I want to so badly, but I can't go to the cinema right now.
Oh. Fair.
I also didn't get to see A Quiet Place Plot 2.
Me
And I'm
either.
very upsetsicles.
Okay, well, anyway, In the Heights was kind of average.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's just me. Firstly, I like a musical, but not when, like, it's just constant musical. And this was constant musical.
That's what a musical is.
Okay, well, I like a Moulin Rouge or like a Disney musical. Those are my vibes. Les Mis is out. That's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I hear that so much about that. I haven't seen it. I don't want to.
Les Mis?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was terrible.
Because it just looks like depression central.
Yeah, basically was.
Right?
Yeah. Anyway, so it was that. It was also about 40 minutes too long, but they should have gotten rid of the
How long was
first
it?
40 minutes. It was over 2 hours, I think.
Whack.
Yeah. Yeah. Not by much. I think maybe it was about 2 hours. We'll go with that. Yeah, they definitely should have gotten rid of the whole introduction because that went about 40 minutes and I was like,
Jesus.
okay, that's too much for me. It kind of pulled itself together in the second half. I'm not going to lie. Like, the second half was much better than the first.
That's good.
And what was the other thing? I don't know.
Like, you watched another movie or you have another opinion on this?
I have another opinion on it. Oh, I thought it was about gentrification.
It's not?
No.
Oh, what's it about?
It's about immigration. So still kind of a similar type situation. And they do have a little bit of like, we're in New York, everything's like getting really expensive. We're going to have to move out. They have a bit of that, but it's
Right.
more as like a side note as to the difficulties of being an immigrant and stuff. It was way more about them like struggling with their identity as either American or their original.
Wow.
Their original.
Interesting.
Their actual.
Right.
Okay, sorry. I'm saying the wrong words
heritage.
here. Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly, yeah.
And did your parents hate it? Because they don't like musicals.
No, Mum did say to Dad halfway through, you can leave if you want. Just come back and pick us up. But he didn't. He stayed. Dad agreed with me. He said it was 40 minutes too long, could have been better, but could have been worse. And Mum was a bit like, oh, okay, that's not what I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, we're all a bit disappointed, but.
Interesting. Good music?
Half the songs were raps, and that's not inherently a bad thing, except there's no subtitles, so you don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
So,
that would be my problem with seeing Hamilton.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Unless you watch it on Netflix, subtitles, so that makes
Disney.
it easier. Yeah, Disney Plus, sorry, not Netflix.
Wow, getting your streaming services all wrong.
Right.
That's what I call embarrassing. Interesting. Can't believe you went and saw it without me anyway. Still absolutely...
Love me?
I was going to say, feel absolutely sucker punched. How could you do such a thing?
That's fair. I did spare a quick thought to you, but then I was like, you know what? He's not coming to Brisbane anytime soon.
That's true. Thanks, lockdown. That was the other thing is that stopped us from recording this lockdown.
That did happen.
But anyway, what else did I watch? I watched on Friday. I watched The Tomorrow War.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime starring
I was surprised.
Chris Pratt.
When you said that it was really good, I went and watched the trailer in full, and I was a bit like, I don't know if I vibe with this concept. Like, it seems like a good idea, but I'm not sure how they could pull it off.
Yeah.
But it was good.
It was surprisingly good. When I watched the trailer a few months ago, I didn't even make it through the trailer.
Yeah.
I was like, this looks stupid, and I'm not going to watch a stupid movie that stars Chris Pratt because that's just a double whammy of awful. That was a bit mean.
You're right, though.
I am right. But no, I had a good time. It surprised me. I can say not many movies surprise me these days that I go into expecting to hate. I usually hate. And that's a me problem.
Is it?
But this one I really enjoyed, actually.
Interesting.
It was too long. It was like 2 hours and 15
aren't
minutes.
they always these days?
Like the intro was way too long. I could have cut off like 15 minutes easy.
Yep.
But anyway,
Mood.
Honestly, if they had have recast Chris Pratt, I think it would have been a close to perfect sci-fi movie.
Iconic.
Because it's like, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but also way too seriously.
Yeah.
Which is camp.
Yeah, love that.
And it's like got some smart ideas and it's fun and fresh. And the two female leads are Yvonne Strahovski and Betty Gilpin, who are two of my all-time faves.
Wow.
Absolute legends and icons.
Iconic.
Yvonne in Chuck, the TV show.
Oh, yeah. You talk about this all the time.
And The Handmaid's Tale. Legendary, iconic, everything. Betty Gilpin in Glow. In The Hunt. In the flop Grudge movie remake. Could not have more respect. Absolute legend. She's in the movie for like 5 minutes.
Iconic.
And like, absolute legend, icon. She is the moment. All of that. I just stand Betty Gilpin. But
fair. If I knew who that was, I'm sure I would too.
I'm sure you would too as well. But the movie was surprisingly good. And like, this is gonna sound mean, but for someone who refuses to say that he supports the gays and that he condemns anti-homosexual activity like the churches he attends, for someone who's very against the gays, it's bold of him to star in a movie that's so camp.
He's probably trying to reclaim his image.
Yeah, maybe.
It's PR.
But also I got like 10 minutes in and I was like, actually, he's not that good of an actor.
No, he's
If
not.
he wasn't like occasionally funny,
yeah,
he would not have a career.
It's really true.
I'm going to get hate for that. But like...
I don't think he was that... He was good in Parks and Rec. Like, he was fine, but he wasn't... Not anywhere near as funny as, what's her name? Amy Poehler.
Yeah. She doesn't have the range.
He?
No, she. If they're homophobic, they get called she.
Oh.
And that's my new rule. No, yeah, like, I think like 10 minutes in, he had an emotional scene. He had to go confront his father, who he's estranged from.
Right.
And like, he can't turn that. He's not that good. He doesn't have range.
No, not really. That's why he only stars in action movies.
Yeah. Or comedies.
Yeah.
But you know what? I bet he doesn't even improv.
I bet he does.
I bet he doesn't.
I think he does.
Well, okay, I bet he improvs because he's a man.
Yeah, and it's all like sex jokes.
And they just get cut.
Yeah.
All of them.
I think that's right.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Also the alien design, very fun.
Oh, I did see they had like wings or something, like the little flap
glidey things.
Yeah, that seemed cool.
Yeah, it's a really good movie, and I wanted to hate it, but I actually liked it. But definitely it takes too long to establish itself.
Fair.
But then it just gets better. It's really 3 movies in one. It's the beginning is one movie, the middle is like an entirely different movie, and then the end is like, literally, it's like a fucking musical where it's like Act 1, Act 2. It's like a total shift. But anyway.
It's like the second Jurassic World movie. That was 2 movies.
And that was, you know what they say? Jurassic World 2 is bad. Is what they say.
Yeah, well, and they would be right.
Look, I'm just saying, if your concept is a haunted house horror movie with dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's true. There's too many concepts going on there.
Not even 2. That's 2 concepts. It's just they don't inherently
they don't go well
vinegar.
Together.
No, what is it? Water and oil. They don't mesh.
No, they don't.
That's a thing that
No.
I wish I could take back. I wish I didn't see that. Like Zachary Quinto talking about Shane Dawson's movie. That's 2 hours I can never get back.
What?
Do you not know about the drama?
No.
It's from like 8 years ago.
No, I don't even know what Shane Dawson movie you're talking about.
He directed a movie. He was on a reality show with competing against one other filmmaker.
Right.
And they were basically making a movie on the same budget, each of them with the same script.
Right.
It was basically to see how a script can evolve.
Yeah.
Purely from the director.
Yeah.
The influence of the director. And there's the girl, she created an actually critically liked film.
Wow.
That was like a drama with light comedy. I just spat. That was like nice to look at.
Yeah.
And Shane created like a gross out comedy with like dick and ball jokes and shit.
Classic.
And like projectile vomiting and stuff, which is inherently bad. Look at Pitch Perfect. It can be done.
I mean, you're right, of course.
Yeah. But no, he made this movie, and it's not a bad movie. It's quite funny, but it's just ridiculous.
Right.
And a waste of money.
Right.
And Zachary Quinto was a creator of this show.
Oh, of the reality show.
Of the reality show.
Yeah.
And when it got to the airing of the movies and the breakdown from the creators.
Yeah.
He was like, I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. That's America's Next Top Model. No, he hated Shane Dawson's, and he was like, I hate this man. This man is worthless. So he was ahead of the curve, but
I mean, not that he's wrong, but that's brutal.
It honestly was. He was like, this movie, the $800,000 this cost. Can you believe?
$800,000 they gave him to do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was shook that this movie was so horrifically bad and gross out comedy. He was like, I am disgusted. And I was like, okay, Zachary Quinto, that's kind of hot. But no, so they hate each other now because Zachary Quinto was like, you worthless piece of shit.
I mean, I'd hate someone who said that to me too.
I mean, that's
to be fair, especially about a creative pursuit. I mean, again, not that Zachary Quinto was wrong. Not that I've seen the movie. But
again, I don't hate the movie, but it's interesting, yeah. And like objectively, the other contestant made the better film, but the audience had to vote. And because he already had such a huge YouTube following, he won. Of course he did. And he basically got, I think it was like 1.5 million to make a movie. He never made a movie. I don't know what he did with it. Maybe Zachary Quinto was like, I'll be taking that.
Yeah, maybe Zachary Quinto was like, I'll give you the 1.5, but you have to promise to
not to make a movie. Honestly, maybe. But yeah, that made me giggle.
Wow, that's a lot of money to spend on a reality TV show. 1.5 prize and $800,000 per movie made. That's a lot.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the issue came from the fact that they had, I guess not investors, but there were filmmakers who said, like, well, what is it, successful filmmakers who were like, yeah, we'll put in $100,000 towards the prize and stuff. So Zachary Quinto was like, you're going to tell me that all these people's monies is going to him? I don't think so. Anyway.
Iconic.
That's that on that. Where do we start? I don't know how we got there.
We watching.
Yeah, but how did I go from the Tomorrow War to that?
You said something about 2 hours you'll never go back.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, last thing I've been watching is I've binged so much Veep.
Oh, yeah. I really want to watch this, actually.
Veep is so good. Okay, so basically, back when it was airing, I watched it for the first 3 seasons.
Right.
Pretty much as it was airing. And then I fell off and I never got back to it until now. And this is like 8 years later. And I rewatched all of it because... Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? 8 years.
But I'm like halfway through season 4.
Yeah. How many seasons are there?
7.
Wow.
10 episodes, half hour each. Perfectin'. But I've like in a week I've watched almost 4 whole seasons.
Oh my goodness,
which
you're
for me
like
is
me.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And on
That's
top of that,
crazy.
I've been watching Lone Star, 1911 Lone Star.
Jealous. God. It's actually started airing though on the 9
I know,
or
but it's
7
only
or whatever.
3 episodes in. And hypothetically, if I did hypothetically watch it online,
Yeah.
I would hypothetically say that it slaps.
I'm keen. Where are you up to in it? Have they already done the crossover? Oh yeah, they have, because you were like, anyway, the thing we were bitching about, they actually fixed in the crossover.
Yeah, but like in the whatever. This is a conversation once you watched it.
Yes.
But no, I think I'm on like episode 10 or 14.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's really good.
Thank you.
I also, side note, that I do have 2 other things that I've been watching, but they're like whole conversations.
Okay.
One is Loki.
Oh, I haven't started watching it yet, so no
I think
conversation allowed.
we won't talk about that until you've watched it.
I agree.
Except that the first main queer character in Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
Big
Iconic.
deal. We love that.
We do love
We
that.
stan.
Definitely. And also the other main thing that I've seen circulating, because obviously I've been avoiding spoilers, but some things kind of pop up.
Yeah.
No, it's actually it's not anything major.
Okay.
But it's just like a bunch of people like, oh my God, the female gaze, and this is iconic. And then it's just like a compilation of like Loki on his knees, which like iconic.
In like the first 10 minutes of the first episode, there's like a shirtless Tom Hiddleston scene.
Perfect.
I think I texted you when I watched it. And I was
You
like,
did.
Has he always been this ripped?
Yeah. Was he always sexy?
Anyway, yeah, it's really good. I'm liking it way more than I expected to.
That was me with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Is it like as good as that? And WandaVision?
I think it's better than both of them.
Stop, really?
Yeah.
Wild.
Which I didn't expect to say. Well, this episode is just about me changing my preconceptions. I mean, for context, this is an issue we both had.
Yeah.
Is that this Loki TV show is starring Loki from the 2012 Avengers straight out of being a villain. And it's not had any of the character development and stuff that we've seen for the past 10 fucking years.
Rude.
But they deal with that quite quickly.
Okay.
So it is, for better or worse, like continuity-wise, it's basically just the Loki that the character developed Loki.
Oh, okay.
It's basically the same Loki.
Oh, that's good.
So that kind of eased my mind. And yeah, I kind of really like it. And I think it's consistent in a way that the other 2 shows weren't.
Yeah, that's fair. They weren't.
Necessarily.
Not at all.
And visually it's stunning.
Love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
And like, again, the female gaze. With all 3. Like, all 3 Marvel shows so far have either been written or directed by women.
Yeah.
And almost, 2 of the 4 Marvel movies coming out this year are directed by women.
As they should be.
As they should be.
Which one? Is that one of them Black Widow?
Yeah, and only 2 of them are directed by POC. So it's like
Perfect.
Marvel actually committing
to
growing as a company and a
good
creative joint. Love that.
Love that. As they should, to be honest. Well, fucking time.
About fucking time. Also, lol at them giving the one female character from the Avengers a solo movie.
Stop.
Once she's dead 10 years later.
Stop.
But
oh my God. That is like a whole discussion for me, okay?
we'll have to watch Black Widow first.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Loki, I think you're going to be really into.
I probably will be too, because I actually really like Loki as a character. Literally the only reason I did start watching it, because I was like, excuse me, how the fuck, why, how dare they do that?
Yep. Agreed.
But no. If they kind of sort that out, then I guess I could give it a go.
Yeah.
I mean, I've waited this long. I might as well just wait till it's all out, though.
Yeah, it's like 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Not even this week and next week. But yeah, the other one was the iCarly revival.
Is that out? What do you watch it on?
I'm not saying I watched it. I'm saying if I hypothetically watched it.
You said
on a not legal, 100%
watching,
legal site, hypothetically, I'd be loving it.
What is it coming out on here?
Well, we're getting... Oh, fuck this. We're getting another streaming service. We're getting Paramount Plus now.
We are.
Yeah. So they're holding off on releasing iCarly Revival until Paramount Plus launches here in August next month.
That really...
Not just that, get this.
Aww.
They're holding off on Evil Season 2 until Paramount Plus launches
No!
as well.
It's not going on Stan?
It was never on Stan.
Yes, it was.
Not from the beginning. I worded that wrong. Oh. It aired on Channel 10 or something. Anyway, the only thing I'm holding out hope for is that they release all of the episodes that are released up to that point of Evil Season 2 for us. Same with iCarly.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't think so either. Fucking Disney Plus star. I also watched all of Season 1 of Love, Victor. I've watched a lot in the past few weeks. Anyway, Love, Victor, turns out it actually slaps.
Wild. That really pisses me off, that Paramount. That's ruined my day.
Yeah, well, no. Also, I'm saying this about Love, Victor because Season 2's just started. And in Australia, we're getting one episode a week. In America, they released it all in one batch on Hulu a month ago.
What the fuck?
We're 3 episodes in.
What the fuck?
I understand Disney Plus needs content, but like, it's just exhausting.
How do they actually expect people to pay for so many different things?
I don't know.
And not go on streaming services? Like, what are they thinking? What's the thought process there?
Yeah, I don't get it either, honestly. However, I will probably subscribe to Paramount Plus for iCarly and Evil.
Yeah, probably same. But I hate that.
And I adore the fact that Evil is now on a streaming service and can go balls to the wall.
Truth.
Like, The Good Wife and The Good Fight.
It was pretty balls to the wall already.
It was pretty balls to the wall already, but I know I'm holding out for some swears. Right?
Yes. Oh my God, that's exactly what it needs, especially with that revelation at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. Don't
This
get
is
me too
your
excited.
weekly reminder to watch Evil.
Yes.
And can we? Yes. No. Wait. The iCarly revival. Hypothetically, if I'd seen the 4 or 5 episodes that have been released,
right?
Which I'm not saying I have. They are really good. It's kind of like the blueprint of how to do a revival and a reboot.
Oh, that's cute.
And
I kind
it's
of
like
vibe with that.
They know that the audience is the adults who have grown up since watching it as a kid or a teen.
Yeah.
So like there's swearing and there's sex stuff.
So they're not trying to make it a kid's show.
No.
Good.
There's like they say bitch and I think they've said shit. They say bitch and shit and
perfect.
Talk about sex and one of the main characters is a black bisexual woman.
Oh my God, iconic. Is that the Sam replacement?
Well, let's not say it's a Sam replacement because apparently she got a lot of hate about that.
Who?
But the main the girl.
Really?
I think Lacey is the character's
That's
name.
fucked up. It's not like it's her fault.
Right?
That's really wild.
Right? But no, honestly, the new additions to the cast are all really welcome. They're really, really good. And the original cast they still got it.
Love that.
It's really
so cute. I'm excited.
Like literally in the last episode that I have or have not watched, there's a wedding and Spencer and I think it's Lacey. It might be the actress's name. I don't know. Spencer and the bisexual chick have a contest at the wedding to see who can get the most numbers / hookups.
Iconic.
And I was like, this is how you do a reboot. Like, you know who the audience is.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
It's really true. That is exactly. Oh, man. It just makes me feel very sad for Hilary Duff.
Right?
Poor Queen. This is exactly what she wanted. They started filming for that and everything, didn't they? Wow, that's
They filmed
crazy.
like 3 episodes.
And then what happened?
They're never going to see the light of day.
But was she like, no, I'm actually not vibing with this? Or were Disney like, no, we've actually decided we don't want to do this anymore? Like, what happened?
No, so I think the thing is that they were filming it as they wanted it. And then I think the pandemic hit.
Right.
And Disney was like, well, we can't film. We may as well review what there is, see if we have any notes. They reviewed it and they're like, this is too adult.
Oh.
You need to go back and not restart, but take out anything and change the future scripts and stuff. And they were like, but she's in her 30s. She's got to be able to, like, talk about dating and sex.
Yeah.
And, like, they don't want that. And I think
that's
it was
sad.
made all the worse because Love Victor was meant to be on Disney Plus, and they changed it to go to Hulu instead.
Right.
And I think the difference is Love Victor had completely filmed season 1.
Yeah.
And it just happened to be a success on Hulu as well, so it got further seasons. But I guess they decided to cut the losses.
Sad.
With Lizzie McGuire, which I hate.
Yeah, that's sad.
And especially now knowing that a revival of a show like that can be so good.
I know. Maybe Disney will rethink the era of their ways, but
I'm holding out, especially now that every country that doesn't have Hulu has Star.
Yeah.
Because now we're just getting all of the Hulu content, which is great. But I'm holding out.
Is Timeless on Disney Plus?
No, Timeless is on something else.
Because I know it's on Hulu now, isn't it? I think it is.
Yeah, but I think it's also on Netflix in America. And it's also on Netflix here, I want to say.
Stop. Is it really? Oh, no, wait. What is it on? I think it might be on Amazon.
Yeah, it's Prime Video. Yeah.
I need to watch that show again. I never watched the
finale.
Yeah.
And you make fun of me. But...
Okay, that's just because I was really cranky that they cancelled it. And also I got spoilers for what happens in the finale, and I was like, okay, I don't vibe with that.
This is true.
Just pretend it never happened.
I think it's time that I ask you what you were going to say earlier.
Okay, it's about Buffy.
Okay. So, for context, what happened over this few weeks break?
What do you mean?
You finished Buffy.
Finished, right. Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. So I finished Buffy.
She's been holding out on it, as I'm sure all the listeners know.
More than a year ago, I started this show, okay? And it's been a real love-hate relationship. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I'm like, this is the worst show that's ever been made. Why do people like it so much? Other times I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and it finished. And oh, my God. I wish I hadn't done it.
Oh, no.
Okay, so the one thing that I, knew was going to happen, which was my favorite character dying. I knew that was going to happen, so I was prepared for it.
Yeah.
And I guess it was fine, except the thing is, okay, no, so he's been in love with Buffy for
This is Spike.
Spike, yeah. He's been in love with Buffy for 3 or 4 seasons at this point.
Okay.
And they
not reciprocated?
No, not really. They did have a torrid affair in the second last season. But it ended up being super abusive, and it was really bad. And
I remember this. Yes.
Yeah, I hated that storyline. It was fucking terrible. And totally against all of the characterization that
didn't he fuck her
future
future daughter or something?
No.
Fuck her future sister or something?
No.
Alternate universe sister?
No.
Oh, who fucked her sister?
Nobody.
Who fucked her daughter?
Nobody.
Who fucked her?
Spike.
Oh.
No, but there was there was an attempted rape scene and everything.
Oh.
It was full on.
Jeez, yeah.
Absolutely terrible. Anyway, season 7, of course, they kind of start to rebuild. He goes and gets a soul because he's so sad and guilty about the attempted rape. It's it's actually so fucked up saying it out loud. I'm like, why did they do this?
That's what I need. I need a soul.
I need a soul. Anyway, and so then all season 7 is them kind of trying, I guess, to get back to, or trying to build something healthier. Not a relationship, but even just a friendship. Anyway, and he's still stupidly in love with her the whole time. And I feel so sad for him because he anyway, and then, the second to last episode, her ex comes back.
Angel?
Buffy's Angel.
Imagine me having knowledge.
Right. And then they kiss, and Spike sees it, and he's super heartbroken, and that's what prompts him to die.
What, he kills himself?
No, he doesn't kill himself, but no, there's an amulet, which is the only way that they can close the Hellmouth.
Right.
And the only person who can do it is someone who has a soul but who's stronger than a normal human. So the only 3 candidates
That's very specific.
Yeah, right. The only 3 candidates are Buffy, Angel, and Spike.
Okay.
And Buffy sends Angel away, and she obviously is the Slayer, so doesn't do it herself. And so Spike's like, well, I'll fucking do it because there's nothing to live for. And he dies.
Wouldn't it be in character for Buffy to be I'll do it?
Yeah, a little bit, but she at this point is the general of a whole army, and she's got a whole other job. Anyway, it's really fucked up. Anyway.
So he does it and he dies.
He does die. And it kind of makes sense, I guess, with his narrative, because his narrative since he fell in love with Buffy is him trying to redeem himself. So I guess, like, the dying doesn't necessarily make sense because it's like, oh, of course they always die when they finally redeem themselves.
Yeah.
But also, like, him wearing the amulet does make sense with his storyline. But anyway, Buffy kissing Angel, even though they haven't seen each other in like 2 seasons, and the last time they saw each other was super fucked up. She's like, oh my God, you're my one true love. And then they kiss. And I was like, this is disgusting. Get this off my screen. I'm going to anger a lot of people by saying this because the main ship wars are obviously Buffy and Angel and Buffy and Spike. Yeah. And no, it's not clear at all who my preference is. Anyway, so that was really fucked up and I hated it. And then it finished with all of their town like
blowing up.
Yeah, being destroyed because of
this.
the Spike amulet situation, which is, again, really fucked up because, like, now their whole house and their whole home is gone and Buffy's decides to go gallivanting, which you find out in Angel Season 5, which is set after this, obviously. Spike comes back to life as well, by the way, of course. I know, yeah. And his characterization is, again, completely reverted, so...
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Anyway.
Are you going to keep watching Angel?
I'm a few episodes in because...
In what? Season
5, yeah.
Was that the last season?
Yeah. They got cancelled at the end of this because Joss was like, we need to know now if we're getting...
Yeah.
If we're getting...
And they're like, well, we can't tell you that. And he was like, I'm done.
Well, no. He was like, no, I want to know. And they were like, okay, well, then you're cancelled. Yeah. Which is iconic of them.
It is.
So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I hated it. It was very disappointing. And, yeah, there was also this whole episode, one of the last ones, where... So this season, the big bad is, like, really bad.
No.
I know. Is, like, the strongest one they've ever fought, and they... I know.
Imagine the seasonal threats getting exponentially worse.
Right.
More evil.
No, anyway, and she kind of can't do it herself, and so they find all of, like, the potential slayers, because there's, like, a select... girls in the world who could be slayers. Like, not everyone has the...
Of that?
Like, the bloodline or whatever. I don't know. And so she gets a bunch of potential slayers because she's like, okay, we all need to band together to fight the evil. Yeah. And in one of the final episodes, Buffy makes a couple of mistakes throughout the seasons, but at this point she's pretty jaded, obviously. But she makes a couple of mistakes, including Xander, who's one of her best friends. He gets his eye gouged out by the bad guy, which is like the worst injury any of them ever get over the 7 seasons.
Oh my God. Okay.
I know. Anyway, and then everyone turns on Buffy, okay? Literally all of her friends and all of the potential slayers, they kick her out of her own house. The only person who stands up for her is Spike, but he's not there at the time. He comes back and finds out she's been kicked out and he's like, yo, what the fuck? Leaves, finds Buffy, blah, blah. It was very romantic. But they kick her out. I was like... Are you
Hasn't
kidding
she been
me?
saving their asses for 7 years?
For 7 years. And after, like, her best friends said the most awful stuff. One of them was like, why are you always the one in charge? I'm like, because she's the slayer. Like, she's the chosen one. And she's like, it doesn't make you better than us. You're just luckier than us. I was like, are you serious? Anyway, it was never addressed again in the show. Oh. Sorry, I'm just talking a lot about this because it's like...
No, it's fascinating.
It really irks me. Like, none of them ever apologized. They just, Buffy eventually came back because she was like, you're all fuckheads. I am the one in charge. I know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
Wild.
No one ever apologizes.
Is Willow in it for the whole series?
She is, yeah.
Why did I think she left?
She got, I don't know, at the end of season 6, she actually kind of went bad for a little bit because her girlfriend was murdered and she goes bad and kills a bunch of people. It's really wild. And then she does leave for a few episodes at the end of season 6. No, the beginning of season 7. But
comes back.
She comes back. Yeah.
Interesting. Sounds
anyway.
dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. And yet I have read probably close to 2 million words worth of fic since I finished watching the series.
I mean, if nothing else, it's on brand.
It is. You're
it's very
correct.
on brand.
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, sorry you all had to hear me rant very, very quickly about that. But
no, I feel like this whole episode is just us, like...
ranting.
Yeah, because we've got, like, so much has happened that we're, like, just rushing through shit.
It's true.
It seems hectic.
Yeah.
But, no, Buffy shit's so wild to me because the fans are, like, still rabid. even the ones who watched originally. And, like, it's such a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's it like having some cultural knowledge that I don't have?
Oh my God, it actually feels
The
really
roles
good.
are, like, reversed. This is so weird.
It feels very good. I don't know if I would recommend that you watch it.
I'm not watching it.
Okay, that's fair.
I tried watching season 1 and I was like, this is...
Season 1, I was about to say it's the worst season, but that's a lie. Season 6 is the worst season because it's got so many terrible storylines, but season 1 is the second worst season.
Yeah, it's just stupid though.
Yeah, it's this really... I think why people like it so much is because it's this really interesting mix of completely stupid but also really quite serious. Like in season 5, there's an episode where Buffy's mum dies, and it is one of the best episodes of TV I've ever seen. It was fantastic. It was so good. Like, I cried the whole time because I felt so emotional about it. But like... then it's really stupid. And you're like, why would they do this? Why did they think this was okay? It's also wildly anti-feminist, and I'm not afraid to say that because everyone's like, Buffy's so feminist. Oh my God, imagine a blonde girl being the one who kills vampires. And like, I can understand why that was revolutionary in the 90s.
Yeah.
But Joss treated Buffy
so badly.
And I don't know how people like still can't see it. Again, I can forgive it in the 90s. Now, like, seriously, guys, it's very obvious.
It's true, and the fact that he as a creator has not shown any growth.
No. Ugh,
the way he treated Natasha in Age of Ultron is...
literally exactly the same. Ugh.
I don't know, that shows like a complete misunderstanding of the female gender.
It's really true.
And feminism.
It's really true. I think, like, if you're just looking for something that's surface level feminism, as it is... like, it's quite fun because even I was enamored by the whole, oh my God, she loves, like, shopping and then at night she goes and slays vampires. Like, it's a really cool dichotomy.
Yeah.
Except the narrative is then so mean to her that it's like, okay, let's get with the real feminism, sweetie. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I truly find all of Buffy interesting. And usually I'm a sucker for stuff that's stupid but acknowledges it and takes itself seriously.
Yeah.
But I don't know why.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into season 1. I guess season 1 kind of ended up being the same thing as like the later seasons of Riverdale for me, where it's like That's felt fair. Like they knew it was goofy at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then it kind of blurred the line and got confused itself.
Yeah. Well, I think particularly with season 1, like they leaned very heavily into the Monster of the Week thing.
Which I hate. Yeah,
it got better as the seasons went on, but there still was definitely like a bad event of the week. But and not only to have the Monster of the Week, the overarching plot of season 1 was super weak as well. So it's like, yeah, it was like a double whammy.
Yeah,
not vibing type situation. Yeah, anyway.
Interesting. Well, yeah, and like this is why I cannot believe I ever watched 8 seasons of Supernatural.
Oh my God, 8 seasons, really? Yeah. Wow.
Because like 22 episode season, generally.
Iconic.
Episode 1 had like a serialized overarching season plot.
Yeah.
And then episode 22 did.
Iconic.
Tied back to that. And every episode in between was just a Monster of the Week. With like maybe one throwaway line about the overall story arc.
Iconic.
And that's the thing I hate the most.
Yeah.
It's up there with my pet peeves.
That's fair.
And I don't know how I got through 8 seasons of it.
Yeah. See, I feel like I could have liked Supernatural if I'd started it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But now I don't think I could give it a go.
I think I was just really attracted to...
That's fair.
The mains.
I mean, that's as good a reason as any to start a show. Yeah.
Did you see they got in a fight on Twitter?
No.
Oh my God, drama.
Stop, tell me everything.
Basically, the news came out last week that Jensen Ackles and his wife were developing, who was in the show at some point.
Which one's Jensen? Is he Sam, Dean, or Kaz?
Dean.
Okay.
Yeah. I almost forgot which one was Sam and Dean. Who's Dean? Jensen Ackles. Basically, him and his wife developed a pitch for a prequel TV show.
Right.
About the history of the Winchester family.
Right.
And they pitched it and it apparently did well at the CW, so they said, yeah, we're doing a pilot order. Love that. The news broke. He was so excited about it, selling a TV show is a huge fucking deal.
Yeah.
It almost never happens. And then Jared Padalecki on Twitter was like, wow, what great news. Wish I hadn't heard about it on Twitter. Wish I'd been involved somehow or something along those lines. He was really pissed.
That is iconic.
And Jensen had to put out a statement and shit.
Wow,
and,
really?
Jared's says he's over it, but he's still being salty. It's like a whole thing. Anyway, I think Jared handled it quite poorly, TBH. But it was so funny. And the funniest part is, people were like, hold on a second. If there's drama in the Supernatural fandom, that means a major political event's about to happen.
Iconic.
So, people are scared, to say the least.
That's so funny.
But no.
I mean, it is 4th of July, so...
Yeah, and didn't they cause the fucking insurrection on January 6th?
Yeah.
And then before that, it was Trump losing the election that went on for a full week.
Yeah, and Putin. Something
happened with
Putin.
Everyone thought he died.
Yeah, that's funny.
And they're like, Castiel killed. Castiel killed Putin.
Iconic.
Yeah, so stupid.
Beautiful. Perfect.
So stupid.
Should we wrap up, or are we going to cover more topics?
I think we should just quickly do a couple more topics.
Okay.
Why not? Have you seen the trailer for the new TV show Sexy Beasts on Netflix? It's a reality dating show.
Right.
Which is meant to be like Love is Blind type thing, where it's like the contestants are put in full prosthetic
iconic
beast makeup. Like,
what
they
the
look
fuck?
like a bear, or they look like a deer, or they look like an alien. And it's like really
much.
intense. It's like Doctor Who makeup.
Wow.
And then they go on the dates, and because they don't truly know what this person looks like. And then at the end of the date, they have to basically they go separately, and then it's revealed what the other person looks like.
Right.
And they have to decide whether or not they want to meet up on this balcony to further their dating.
To fuck.
Essentially. And apparently so many people are like, ooh, I'm not attracted to this person after the date's done, and the date went really well, and they just ditch them.
Wild.
But anyway, this show looks batshit.
That seems batshit. Love a dating reality
Frankly,
show.
we're going to have to either watch that or the new, basically a Selling Sunset ripoff for Sydney. It's called Lux Listings Sydney.
Wow.
Coming out on Amazon Prime.
Wow.
Because Prime Video Australia is now doing original content.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it basically just looks like Selling Sunset Australia, and I'm down for that.
Oof. That seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot. Speaking of Selling Sunset, they should be coming back soon.
Fuck yes, as they should be. I'm going to have to watch all 3 seasons again.
You know, that's fair. That is fair. Oh, what else do we have? I've been fucking... Okay, TikTok, we all know, takes over everyone's lives.
Yes.
I've now made like 13 different recipes from TikTok.
Iconic.
And let me tell you, pasta chips...
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Are they? Okay, I've only actually seen one video of this, but when I saw it and she was like, it's going viral on TikTok, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I think I'm on the wrong part of TikTok, firstly.
That's the right part for me.
Yeah. Secondly, yeah, it looked really nice.
It was
so that's
yummy.
Good to know.
I mean, I'm
nice.
good at flavoring stuff, so
fair.
Probably that. Did you know Batman doesn't eat pussy?
Do you mean Batman or do you mean Robert Pattinson?
No, I mean Batman. In the comics, doesn't eat pussy.
Is he like
Did
DJ
you not hear
Khaled?
about any of this?
No.
Like DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This was so fucking funny to me and everyone else. Basically a comic writer, just like a throwaway line in a random interview.
Iconic.
Was like, yeah, in one of the more adult series we were trying to, we had a story point where, like just a single panel where Batman goes down on Catwoman.
Right.
Eats a pussy. Puss. Gigi. And DC, from the execs, it came down and they were like, heroes don't eat pussy. You cannot show Batman eating pussy.
Stop!
And everyone was like, I think heroes do eat pussy. It went
That's
like
what
viral.
heroes
It was
do.
insane. Zack Snyder tweeted a fan-made panel of Batman eating pussy. it was like
That's so fucking
lot.
funny.
But like, why would they say Batman doesn't eat pussy? Like, this is an adult comic book. Doesn't have to sell toys or anything because it's an adult comic book. But like,
that's really crazy. And the fact that it wasn't just like, no, we can't have sex scenes in the comic. It's like, no, heroes don't eat pussy. Like, why?
exactly, and there can be sex scenes and stuff.
Right, that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah. It was so funny though, and I'm like,
That's so funny.
if Catwoman has to suck bat schlong,
Right?
then he should be eating cat pussy. Pussy.
It's really
Double
true.
pussy.
Exactly. Like, it's in her name.
So he's now in the ranks with DJ Khaled and Ben Shapiro. Which is a sentence I didn't think I'd be saying, but
that's the major political
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The political implications that has. Wild.
That's crazy. Wow.
Oh my. Okay. This one's a lot.
Is it about Britney Spears? Because we didn't talk about that
We
either.
will briefly touch on that.
Okay.
But no, this is about. Do you remember like 6 months ago? I'm sure I brought it on the pod. In Ireland, there was a lawsuit, and legally Subway bread is cake.
Right.
There's so much sugar in Subway bread that it can't be classified as bread.
Wild.
It has to be classified as cake.
Even here in Australia? It's not
Well,
that
it's the
sweet
same
here.
recipe around the world.
Oh.
Might not taste
I
like
mean,
it, but there's so much.
that's what they say about like McDonald's, and it's very clearly a very different recipe.
No, but this is sandwiches,
Okay.
right?
I don't know.
Anyway, the bread is not really bread. Technically cake. That's fine, right?
I guess.
They did a study in America, and the tuna,
Oh no.
the tuna salad, the tuna Subways contain zero tuna.
Oof. How? Wow.
I don't even get the tuna Subways, but I was, you know.
I mean, I didn't know that that's where that originated, but I feel like I did vaguely see recently someone make a joke about a tuna sandwich, and I was like, I don't know where this came from, but that was kind of a funny joke. And now I know. So what's in it?
I don't. No one knows.
Oh.
No identifiable DNA.
Oh.
Yeah, and they were
So
like,
wait, as in there's no meat in it at all?
no, it could just like random shit. But they were like, but to be clear, this is probably not a Subway issue. This is whoever supplies the tuna.
Yeah.
They've apparently the tuna industry
Iconic.
has been known to pad their tuna.
Wild.
Yeah. So apparently it's not actually Subway's fault, but imagine having a tuna sub and it not being bread and it not being tuna.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And that was that on that. So now I'm too scared to eat Subway.
Fair. I mean, I just have spinach on mine, really, and you can't really fake spinach.
Yeah. This is fair. Oh no, there's so much. Okay, wait. The Free Britney stuff. One, we finally got a statement from Britney herself.
Yes.
And she made it very clear
Yes.
the conservatorship is fucked.
Yes, she made it extremely clear. And do you know what? Firstly, go Britney for saying all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, it's so fucked. Thirdly, the thing that really pisses me off about it, and there's a lot in there to be pissed off about, but you know, recently, it was probably only maybe a month and a half ago, she posted on Instagram
About the doc?
I don't know, about the conservatorship in general. And she was like, no, it's fine. I'm very happy. People need to stop talking about this because I don't care, blah, blah, blah. And it's like...
She doesn't have control over her social media.
No, it's like, I mean, which we all knew theoretically, but for them to like
So
make her
blatantly.
lie...
Yeah. Knowing that it would all eventually come out as well.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. It's like... I don't know. I don't know, man. To just like have such like a clear, like, what do they do? Like, what do they do to make her do those types of things? You know, like, what do they say? How do they? It's fucked up.
Well, I think honestly, a lot of it's just money and stuff. They like, well, you're not getting any money if you don't do this.
Basically, just blackmail.
And obviously, she has to provide for her children and stuff. But
yeah, and them.
yeah, and them, and
That's fucked
yeah, they
up.
won't let her get in a car with anyone that's not been pre-approved, and that includes her boyfriend and stuff.
That's crazy.
They won't let her get her IUD out.
That's crazy.
To have more children if she wants it.
Can't get married.
Anything. Can't get married.
When I read as
no
well,
control over her own body.
I know. When I read that they forced her to go on lithium as well, I was like,
that was the most fucked up.
I was like,
that's like,
that's crazy. That's crazy. Lithium is like a super strong drug, as she made very clear. But like, oh my God, to force her onto that when she very clearly was saying, no, I'm fine. And then for no one to listen to her, like all of the psychologists and stuff. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like you should be able to be trained to know the difference between when someone is saying, no, I genuinely don't need this, and when someone's saying it because they're like, they actually need it.
Yes,
you know, if that makes sense.
Yes. In denial and stuff,
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's as she says, because it's not even like she can just stop taking that, you know, like even once this all conservatorship is done, like there's like it's such a intense drug that she'll need to be on like a really strict regime to stop taking it. And it's like, again, I don't know, this is going to, I hope that they get rid of this conservatorship, but it's going to be a really long process.
She's officially
for her.
filed through her lawyer.
Good on her.
And also she was so well spoken and stuff, and
she was. I'm proud of her. Go Brittany. I'm so sorry this happened to you.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I can't even imagine.
And frankly, Wendy Williams was right. Did you see the clip of her?
No.
On her show? She was talking about Jamie Spears and her sister and her mum. And she said, death to them all.
Iconic. She is right.
It was fucking hilarious. And even Wendy was like shocked that she would say such a thing. But like, tea.
But tea.
You know? On a lighter note, should we go like full tabloid and talk about the Tom Holland and Zendaya kissing photos?
Oh, okay. I only just found out about this last night. I didn't know that this was, I don't know if it only just happened last night or whatever, but.
like yesterday.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, okay, so I saw this last night. I'm like, I can't believe I'm with the times. But I saw a video and stuff and I was like, oh, that's so nice for them.
Right. And it continues the tradition of Spider-Man dating their Mary Janes.
Oh, that's cute.
Because Toby dated Kirsten.
Cute.
Kirsten does. Kirsten.
I don't know.
Andrew dated Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
And now Tom's dating Zendaya. Or should I say Zendaya's dating Tom?
You should say that.
Tom Zaya. Kind of love it.
I kind of love it too. What, Tom Zaya or
Tom
the
Zaya.
ship? Yeah, I know, that's cute.
Both.
Yeah.
It's like...
The ship. Oh, God.
It's wholesome.
It is. It is wholesome.
That's all I'll say. It's very cute.
It is very cute. And sorry that everyone's invaded your privacy.
Also that. Very that. We missed Pride Month. Can you believe that?
Wow.
I'm trying to pick out stuff that's not going to take 5 years to do.
Fair.
One last thing is, have you seen the drama about the new Netflix TV show Sex Life?
No.
Okay. In episode... Well, okay, wait. There is an Australian actor in it, and he has a nude scene in it, and basically he has a gigantic cock.
The actor or in the script? Like
the script. Like, no, the actor.
Iconic.
So in episode 3, apparently you see this gigantic schlong.
Oh my God.
And everyone's like, what?
That's so funny.
And no one knows if it's real or prosthetic. But then people did investigations.
Oh no.
And they found out that it's real. It's maybe enhanced a little bit, but it's real.
Wow.
Imagine
having to watch your show
and a massive schlong out.
I mean that, but I was going to say, and then they've enhanced your dick. Like, that's a lot.
I mean, even if they enhanced it, it's still fucking big. But like, I literally read an article on The Pedestrian because it was titled like an investigation into whether or not that schlong in episode 3 of Sex Life is real.
I got it.
And it showed the thing, and yes, it is gigantic.
Wow. Okay, what are we talking about here? Show me with your hands.
Okay, well, I'm just going to show them.
Okay. I mean, not that I'm for actors being forced to show their bodies in shows in order to get jobs, but at least men have to do it now too.
Exactly. More dick. We've said this before and we'll say it again. More dick in shows.
It's true.
Okay, wait. It might be gone.
No! I want the big dick.
An investigation into whether the big fucking monster dick on Netflix's Sex Life is real or not. You can't see it there.
Oh.
But, I mean, I guess I'll click the
I was just looking for the photo. I didn't read the headline
Yep,
at all.
it's there.
Iconic. Thanks
Don't
for
even
zooming
have
in.
to zoom. I can't show this on the camera, but... Like, that's not...
He's basically down on his knees. Okay. That's a monster dick.
That's a monster fucking dick.
That's a monster dick. But, like...
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't even feel good.
Right?
It's too big.
That's
it's
like,
too big to be pleasurable.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, like, what's the point of even having a dick that big?
Literally, and oh my god. And that's
Why
meant to
would they
be
enhance it
the character
anyway?
that the main chick is cheating on her husband with.
I mean.
And it's like, this is going to be painful. You're just begging for a hernia.
Oh god, that's a lot.
Flaccid? Like,
I know. Truth.
let's hope he's not a grower.
I would hope not. That doesn't make sense.
I feel like he'd pass out every time he got a bone.
Biologically.
Biologically.
Wild. Okay,
So
that was a
wild.
lot. That was a
wild.
big ending.
That's a fun way to end the show.
Wow.
I do have a couple things, but nothing too pressing.
Okay, cool.
Can you imagine trying to hide that wiener?
When the pants
if you
don't
got, like-
fit.
Right? And if you got like a boner in public.
Yeah. Oh god. Like, genuinely though, how would you stuff that into jeans? Like, I know that men's jeans are fitted differently to women's jeans.
You need like steel
like-
underwear to like
Yeah,
squish
like
it in.
for sure. The way that like how? Like
Skinny jeans are out.
skinny jeans are out. I feel like all types of jeans are out.
Yeah, that's probably true.
What type of pants does he wear? What type of pants does he wear in the show? They're like slacks. What show is it? Sex Life.
Sex
Okay.
Life. It's meant to be like 50 Shades and shit.
Oh.
Netflix's answer. I don't know. I'm not going to watch it.
Oh.
I don't need to see
I have so
straight
many
people being straight.
questions though.
I do too. Yeah.
We can just watch the one dick scene
The one dick scene.
and maybe one of him wearing clothes just to suss out the situation.
Compare and contrast.
Yeah, exactly. See how that works for him.
Yeah. That shit's wild.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Okay, we'll wrapping up.
we'll wrap it up.
Maddie, it's been a while.
Yeah.
What's your what the fuck of the week?
You have to go first.
I do have to go first.
I do have one though.
You do
For
have
once,
one?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, my what the fuck of the week
Yes.
is about Drag Race All Stars 6. Mm-hmm. Okay. The quote-unquote fans of this show that are cruel to the queens online, every season that airs, no matter who, no matter what, they bully those poor queens, and they're meant to be fans. And I'm like, yes, it's the vocal minority. I've said this before. It's the vocal minority,
Still.
but it's so loud. And like, how can the queens not take it personally?
Yeah, for sure. Particularly
Basically.
from fans. Like when it's just haters, you're just like, ew.
Yeah.
But when it's
But
fans.
basically, the new season I'm watching, Silky Nutmeg Ganache.
Oh, ew.
Yes. We both didn't really love
No.
her original season. It was too much, taking up too much of the screen and stuff. That's fine. It worked for her. She made it to the final 3.
She did.
Or final 4. This season, she's come back and she's just so, like, reserved and quiet.
Aww.
She gets, spoiler alert, eliminated in episode 3.
Oh.
Because she's not being her actual self.
Yeah.
And she literally says it in the show. She's like, when I agreed to come back, I had to learn from my original season and the hate that I got and the fans that hated me, like hated me. I had to change my personality. And I'm like, this poor person's had to change their entire personality because of these fake fan haters, like, wearing her down.
I have really mixed thoughts about this, okay?
But it's not, I'm like just using her as an example.
Yeah, no, because
Like so many of the queens.
with her as an example, the
She was
thing
too
about
much.
her is that, yeah, she was kind of a bit mean. So it's nice that she's like actually grown as a person, but also there's a difference between growing and learning from your mistakes and then actively being like, I had such a terrible time of it that I am like, the only way that I can get through this is to have completely changed who I am. That's like a lot.
It is. And I think they had like an quote unquote acting challenge in the latest episode. And she was like, And, you know, I don't want to get hate, so I'm giving all the queens their fair time to talk and stuff.
Oof.
I'm like, that's good. But she completely, like, withered into the back.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
I don't know. It was just, like, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking every other season, too. But, yeah, I don't know. If you're a fan of a show, especially a reality show, just be nice. These are real people.
It's really true. They're real people.
I don't know. And that's my what the fuck of the week is what the fuck you people.
There. My what the fuck is way more lighthearted than that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Wayne Warren. I was like, do you mean Shane? Okay, go. What's your what the fuck of the week, Maddie?
Okay, so it's about Nigel.
The
specifically the dog, yeah. And my what the fuck is, why is he so soulless? And it comes with a story. And that story is this morning I was moving my chair from my room to come to the office. And I was walking down the front steps. And then I tripped and fell. And really hurt myself. The chair, as an aside, the chair, like the leg of the chair went like up my thigh and like got me in the lady balls. And oh my God, I'm going to be bruised. I'm so sore. Yeah. Anyway, and I'm like sprawled on the grass, like, ow. Nigel saw the whole thing, was standing on the stairs looking at me. And then he just kind of came and sat and looked at me. And he was a bit like, hey, so Madison, anyway, that was embarrassing. Are we going to go yet? Like, can I come with you? I'm like, Nigel, I just almost died. You don't care. You don't love me.
You don't love me?
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
One, are you okay?
I'm pretty sore. I'm not going to lie. My coochie really hurts in
not
general.
Your coochie.
I know. But, yeah, aside from some wounded pride, no one saw except for Nigel, and he's... yeah, so no one saw, so that's fine.
Well, that sounds really rough, especially on your coochie.
It was really rough.
I mean, at least you didn't run away while you were on the floor.
I mean, that's true. He's not really a runaway, he's too scared for that. But
that's fair.
He definitely could have shown a little bit of compassion. He doesn't have any in his body, though.
Yeah,
so.
No, I know. He's a sociopath.
He's a sociopath. Oh, my God. He's so funny. Actually, Mackenzie last night, this is an anti-sociopath story. It was dark. Nigel's afraid of the dark. I know. Anyway, and he's also very afraid of being left by himself, which, to be clear, is born from nothing, because I think Nigel has spent, he's 1 year old, he just turned 1 last week. I think in that entire year he's spent a cumulative time of 2 whole days alone. And alone, I mean, he still had Jasper, the other dog, so not even alone. So I have no idea where this fear has come from, but he's terrified of being by himself, terrified of the dark. Mackenzie takes him out to go for... like a poo before he goes to bed. And they go up around the corner, and Mackenzie decided to hide behind a tree. He's wearing all black, and he was going to scare Nigel. But then I wasn't here for this. This is just Mackenzie's retelling of the story. Anyway, but then Nigel kind of like did his business, looked around, and he's like, wait a second, where's Dad? And he's like looking around, and anyway, had a complete meltdown and started to run down the street like, crying. He's like, oh my God, where's Dad? Where's Dad? Anyway, Mackenzie felt really bad and got out and was like, Nigel, I'm just here. Nigel was like fully crying, having a meltdown. I know. It's like, bro.
Jesus.
It's been 30 seconds. Let's just... Mackenzie and I were saying today that Nigel would never make it out in the wild by himself.
True.
Didn't even go 30 seconds with Mackenzie just hiding in the bushes, and he was like, oh my God, I'm going to die here.
Which is ironic because he looks like Nigel from the Wild Thornberrys.
He does. Like, he's a really like a rough looking dog, and he's very quite aggressive with people who aren't the 4 of us. He's
a schnauzer. I don't know that I'd call schnauzers rough looking.
Oh, that's fair. The beard is like a lot though.
What's next? You're going to call Shih Tzus terrifying?
Well.
Chihuahuas though.
Oh, that's another story. Yeah, anyway, so that's my what the fuck is Nigel. Just Nigel things.
Just Nigel. I mean, I wonder if he was born with like a cat soul. Because cats are pretty heartless.
I feel like he is. He doesn't jump, he climbs. So the other day we were in the ute. I know, it's so weird. I had my feet in the footwell. Nigel's down there. Nigel's like, I have to look out the window. Doesn't jump up, climbs, digs his claws into my pant legs and climbed up my leg. I was like...
Actual dog. Actual cat.
Yeah, actual cat. It's the weirdest fucking thing. It's bizarre. Bizarre.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, it's weird.
Wild.
Can't catch a ball for the life of him. You roll it into his mouth and he misses. It's like, what?
And maybe he's just stupid.
I think that's what it is, personally.
I'd say that with love. I'd say that with love.
Yeah. Anyway.
Wild.
Little Nigel.
I'm scared because I think when we go out, it's going to be dark. And when we came in, it was bright.
I think it's
going to be
it's like the cinema.
Yeah, when you go to the movies and it's dark all of a sudden. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Anyway, cute. It was so good to finally vent about pop culture with you.
I know. It was
hug
good.
you. See this fucking dope-ass studio.
It's pretty good, if I do say so myself.
And, like, honestly, I just want to bang my head against the foam on the door. But,
it's actually quite hard, so don't do that.
And then I'll see. No, I'm excited to be back. I can't wait to do it again next week and the week after that for the rest of eternity.
For the rest of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're going to be like Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. We're still going to be being stupid at 80.
Love that for us.
I already feel like I'm 80.
I know. Oh, God. What a mood. I feel like I've aged about 5 years in the last few weeks.
Really fair.
All right.
Anyway, what are your socials, Madsy?
I was about to just say bye.
Bye.
Lady Alice 101, YouTube,
Yes.
Insta,
Yes.
Twitter,
Yes.
TikTok.
Yes. Love that.
Love that.
If you want to follow the pod, you can. Imagine that. WTFIH podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and WTF is happening the podcast on YouTube. Also, all the links are down below for all of us. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or I guess TikTok, it's NIC_sushi.
His TikTok pops off, let's be real. It's pretty funny.
I mean, I think I am.
I think you are
Doesn't
too.
mean others do. Okay, bye, Maddie.
Bye.
Billy.